and took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took it, but didn't take us in. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you gon' ever hurt or injure mine. He have your woman, and that's by dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory till the devil get behind. Now bear in mind the devil made me offers I decline. We not aligned, not combined, I am not confined to any wicked system that these demons have designed. They frame a mind and have you salty as a bacon rind. I'm trying to mastermind how to help out humankind. I'm open mind, but I do not walk with none aligned. My state of mind is to keep a peace of mind. Unlike Malcolm with my peace at the Venetian blinds. I'm trying to manifest some things in my subconscious mind.
Today, it's the National Football League. It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Richards. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They complete it to Hill. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, Lawton. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage. Give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Monarchs drive it right down the field to score on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. On first down, pace, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this returnable for Hill. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Rodriguez. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, Richards. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, You have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
On 3rd down, Lawton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Richards. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Operating from the gun, Miller. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On 4th down, Miller. And incomplete on the deep ball. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Fletcher. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. On 3rd down, Pace. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Miller now, throwing on 1st down. And he's got his big tight end here. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. And a huge play that time.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this. It just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
On 1st down, Lawton. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Miller to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Miller on third down. And he fires one, but incomplete. So now fourth down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Looking to throw. Miller.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off near the 29. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
To throw on second down, Fletcher. And Graham's got it, complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Fletcher. He finds his man, complete. That's Barry. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be, 38 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this third quarter of play. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. You know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Off play action. Fletcher lets this one rip toward Graham. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on first down. Pace. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Back to throw. Fletcher. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Operating from the gun, Miller. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 62 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Right back to him on 1st down. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richards. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, it's Richards. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
It's complete. This is Starks. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And he's got this down to the 35. Earlier, they had 2 other 4th down conversion attempts that did not go their way. This time, it does go their way.
And this reminds me of a conversation I had with him in the offseason. There wasn't even a game to be played. But what he told me, I have enough confidence in my team and my play calling ability that I think I can always pick it up. Thus, they continue to go for it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richards. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. On first down, Lawton, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 15-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Monarchs are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
On first down, Fletcher. And Graham on the grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Barry. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that is incomplete.
They've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet. But at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rodriguez. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Miller. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let it go again. And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's third down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Back to throw. Miller. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will be out of bounds, well shy of the marker. So that's a turnover on downs. Great job defensively. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing to start the drive. Fletcher. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
His throw incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. And
now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Ham's team able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Miller. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got a lead. You've You've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
He's going to be very close to a first down. Good running, but looks like he's a yard short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to throw. Miller. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he slings one that's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Completes this one to Starks. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Miller to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Miller. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this